morning, everyone. It's so good to be here. How is everybody?
Are you guys all
live
doing well?
on Facebook?
That's right.
My favorite place to be. No, we're glad to be here. We're glad to be here.
Yes, we are.
So, this morning, we are going to demonstrate our fill in the blank for May.
For May. And
Yeah.
you know what? It is cute.
It really is a
And
cute
you know
little...
what? Instead of you doing a man bag, we could do a woman bag.
Oh, you bet.
Right? We can definitely put
You could put any design on the
front of that.
You could give it. I actually purchased. I have some red of the red felt, and I thought I'd put some red on them too.
Oh, yes,
that would be really cute. And then any kind of a design on this. Some lips.
Lips.
How about
there we
some
go.
lips?
The lips. Yep.
And then let your kids have it for their makeup or whatever. It doesn't have to be a man bag, but this is cute.
But it is cute.
It is cute.
It is cute.
It is
yes,
cute.
for sure. Do you know what? That would have been kind of fun to put in your kids' little dress-up stuff.
Oh yeah.
You know, I think that would be cute.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
That would be so fun. So anyway, this is what we're going to demonstrate today is this man bag. So how to make it in the sewing version.
Yep.
It can be done either embroidery or sewing. And I think in reality, there's more sewing on this than there is embroidery.
That's right. That's true.
For this month. So that's kind of fun. But this is what we're going to demonstrate today is this cute little man bag. So if you buy the tote, the zipper pouch, sorry.
Yeah.
Just went out of my brain here, but the zipper pouch. Now, from what I understand, we are out of the olive.
Yes, we are.
And so they are letting you use these gray ones.
The gray ones.
And these are the fleece, the same as the olive ones. And so if you purchase this, you get the design, and it is the small zipper pouch. Okay, so if you purchase the small zipper pouch, you get the design for free. And right now it is just an instant download. If you bought it before the 1st of May, then they would have sent you an email. So if you don't have the email yet, then make sure that you contact customer service and they'll make sure that you get that email with the design. Okay?
And then there's not really a go with it kit.
No, there's
we just
not.
have black felt.
Yeah,
or,
black leather.
Black leather.
So
yes, sorry.
you can purchase the black embroidery leather. And one of these tubes will make 2 of these bags. So buy 2 bags.
Yeah, buy 2 bags. That's right.
Buy 2 bags, and then you can get 2 out of this
leather.
The
black leather.
The black leather. So
and I believe that you can get the black leather 15% off today.
I believe so.
So yep.
So today, all you need to do if you're ordering anything embroidery, and I believe a lot of the sewing stuff, because from what I understand, the R&K turning tool is on there that they can purchase.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Yes, the R&K turning tool is.
For the sewing club, you can get the fabric folding pan.
Yep.
There's so many things out there that you can get on this Sewing Club 15 coupon code. So anything you purchase today with that coupon code, either Sewing Club or Embroidery Club 15, you will get a discount on it. All of our stabilizer, embroidery CDs, I don't know. Go out there and search.
There you go. There you go.
Yeah. Have fun on our website. Okay.
Yeah.
And so you will get this fill in the blank free download if you purchase that.
And it's just not the sewing download. It
No.
does come as the embroidery one as well.
Right.
So if you end up down the road getting an embroidery machine, you can do
it.
this with the embroidery machine.
You will
So
have
that's
it. You
great.
will have it in your story, in your history or whatever. So anyway, let's get started.
Okay.
Okay, so the first thing that you need to, there's a couple of things that you will need to do this, okay? You'll need, obviously, the bag. You'll need to get some fusible backing. Kimberbell's great product here of fusible backing works really nice, and you'll need some of that.
And we really like to put this on the back of our product or whatever we're sewing on with our fabric, because it helps us create less puckering.
Right, and it gives it a little bit more stability
too. Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. Then the next thing you will need is some wash away sticky back stabilizer. Okay. And this, you know, you think embroidery machine when you think this, but boy, she has used this on our sewing,
Yep.
in our fill in the blank every month, and this has worked really great. So you'll need some of the wash away sticky back stabilizer. And then another thing that you will need is the fusible peel-in stick. This comes in an 8.5 by 11 sheets, and there's 25 sheets in this package. And this works really nice, because you can put it on there and you can reposition it if you need it, if you need to.
Which is nice is most people think of this as applique, but we're using it a little bit different today as well. So when we get to that point, we'll kind of
go over that a little bit with you. So those are the three things that you will need besides your fleece, zipper pouch, and your leather. Okay. So the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to take some of this peel-in stick, I mean not the peel-in stick, the fusible backing, and we're going to cut a piece of that to fit on the
back
front side, the back of the front side.
There we go. Yep.
There we go. The back of the front side of the zipper pouch. So you cut a piece of that and you iron that
onto the back.
Okay.
So let's iron that onto the back.
Okay. So we're going to do that.
Iron this onto the back. And it is nice, and I would just iron it from the back side.
Yeah, it goes on there really nice.
Goes on, and it adheres really quite well. Okay. And then we need to determine, I believe,
the center
of our bag, right?
Right.
And look, you have already prepared.
I've got that all marked on there,
okay.
And you take and do that. Okay, then the next thing you need to do is take a piece of your wash away sticky back stabilizer. You just need to cut a small piece of that, and you need to trace that onto not the paper side, but the other side of the wash away sticky back. So you go onto the back page of your instruction sheet, and it will look like this. Okay, and it gives you a T, which is your center line, and then your man bag and your mustache. So you take your sticky back and
the paper side
down, glossy paper side down, and you trace that onto a piece of this wash away sticky back stabilizer. Okay, so we've done that. And then you're going to take this and you're going to make sure that your zipper is off to the left. The zipper pull is off to the left. Okay? So you're going to take this and you're going to align this little template that you just drew, and the line goes on the zipper.
Just kind of right down the middle.
Right down the middle of the zipper, and this goes right down the where you've marked the middle. And you're going to take that and you're going to put that on there. So what we're going to do is we're going to take the paper off of the back side of this now.
And it's really quite easy.
Yeah, zips right off. Okay, and you're going to take that and you're just going to put that on there just like that. And that's going to mark, and then I'm going to take my pen out because I don't need to.
You don't need the...
If you were to use somebody's asking a question if you were to do this with the larger bag. Now these instructions are all for the smaller bag, so what you're going to have to, make sure that you have your center, obviously, and then I would kind of, because you might even want to make your mustache a little bit bigger.
Maybe a little bit bigger, yeah.
You'd have to kind of work with it a little bit, because all of the instructions here are for the smaller bag. So if you're going to use the larger bag, you're going to have to make the adjustments. You're going to have to kind of decide where the adjustments are. We haven't done it on the larger bag.
No, we should have tried to do that.
I know, because I would like to do one on a larger bag. So, but anyway, I don't know the answers to all of those questions if you do a larger bag, but I probably would maybe drop it down a little bit.
Yeah, I was say maybe drop it down just a little bit.
Yeah.
Maybe box the corners a little bit bigger.
Yeah, box your corners a little, and then when you get to the leather piece, you might want to have that a little bit wider too. So
yeah, that's true.
You might not be able to get 2 large ones out of that leather.
Yeah.
You might only be able to get 1 and then use the rest of the leather for something else. So unfortunately, that's a harder question for me because I haven't done it yet. I want to, but I haven't done it yet. So anyway, we put that on there like that, and so that we have our template on there. Okay. Then
now I think we're going to iron our mustache. Right, that we're going to use the fusible backing.
The fusible, the peel and stick.
Yep, the peel and
right.
stick.
Okay.
Peel and stick to the back side.
So the next thing you do is you take a piece of peel and stick and, excuse me, trace your mustache off of your template here. You're going to take a piece of your peel and stick, the fusible peel and stick, and you're going to lay that on there and you're going to trace that mustache. So we've done that. We have that little piece there. Then we're going to take this, and because we've already cut out our pieces as in the directions for the first of it, we've already cut our pieces out of our leather. Okay, so we're going to go on the back side of the leather and we're going to put our mustache on there.
And then we're going to iron that down and iron it again from the paper side because we don't want
you don't want to melt the leather. Correct. Right, so then we're going to take that, put that on there like that, and then we're going to cut out our mustache. Okay. So I'm going to trust Lisa to cut my mustache out.
Okay.
There's not a better person that I could trust. Now, I'll tell you that.
Does your husband have a mustache?
He has a full beard and a mustache.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, always has. I've been married for almost 42 years.
And he's never shaved it?
I've seen him without it twice.
Okay, I was going to say my husband has shaved his mustache a few times. Sometimes I don't recognize it right off. He goes, "You haven't noticed me?" It's like, well, sorry.
Yeah, I think.
But he looks like he has a baby face.
Yes.
Doesn't it?
Yes. My husband's the same way. But yeah, he's had it our entire married life. I don't know how my kids would ever remember seeing him without it because they were little the last time he did it. I think my oldest was maybe 12.
Oh, okay.
When he shaved his beard off the one time, and hasn't since. So it's been quite a few years, but yes. Anyway, we're going to cut our mustache out.
Okay, there we go.
And then we're going to take that and put it onto our bag. Where our little template is.
Okay. Now when we peel off this paper, it is sticky.
Yeah, and that makes it so you can stick it down there
and then remove it
and then if you needed to, you could readjust it.
I really like this stuff. That's nice.
Yeah, it's nice to work with.
Okay, well and if it doesn't quite fit right inside that's okay because you won't see that.
Hey, it looks perfect, Lisa. You did a great job. Perfect.
Okay,
then you're going to take that and you're going to stitch around the mustache.
Okay, do we want to trim or do we want to just do the camera?
You
want to try to stitch it?
Sure. And I'll let you, because you're really familiar, you can do the stop and start on this machine.
But you know what I'm going to suggest?
Okay.
That we use a
open toe?
Well, the open toe, but a Teflon foot.
A Teflon foot, okay.
Because if you don't use a Teflon foot, I noticed that you get little teeny micro stitches. Or if you don't have a Teflon foot, the other thing you could do is put on a piece painter's tape on the back side of your foot.
Okay.
Because it just helps it move so much better.
Oh, okay. That's a great idea.
But yesterday when I was doing mine, I went for the Teflon foot and it just seemed to go so much better.
Pretty much like as if you were using vinyl, correct?
Yeah, vinyl. Yes, exactly. Okay. Yep.
Now my machine, I have a roller foot.
Or the roller foot would work too, I believe.
Yeah.
Yep. That would be. Okay.
So.
Yes, let's grab this. You could do a triple stitch around there too. I'm just going to do a single stitch.
Okay.
And we're going to see how well I go. I should make you do this.
Well, if the foot pedal was hooked up.
Okay. So, okay, now we need to make sure too that we take our bag. Let's go back over here for a minute, Nicole. We've got our bag, and we want to make sure that we are pulling all of our lining to one side.
Okay.
Another pin.
Yes, I will get you another pin, I believe. That's a needle.
I got one right here.
Okay.
So we're going to just kind of pin these back up out of the way because we do not want to be stitching those down. Okay.
The one thing you need to remember though when you're working with this leather is never pin your leather.
Yeah, you don't want to pin your leather either.
Yeah.
Nope.
Okay. So we're not at that point yet, but don't.
Yeah, when we get to that point, don't pin your leather. Use binding clips.
Right.
If you need to
hold it together.
Okay. So I'm going to go down the middle because I like to have something to mark with, right?
Okay.
You like to do that?
Yes.
So I'm just trying to decide. And actually, you know what? I think I'm going to have the middle of my foot go down, and then I'm going to move my...
Going to move your needle over?
My needle. Let's see here. Where? My needle to the left. Just a little bit. Okay. So what I'm doing here, just because I like to have a guide, I'm going to guide my mustache on the inside of the little slit on my foot. Okay?
Okay. I think
and then my needle is going to the left side.
Okay.
Okay. And I think I'm going to bump that up to a 3-point. So.
Oh yeah, and I think it does say to
does it say that to do that?
To do a little bit, or I don't know if it said this in the instructions or if I'd heard it once before, but yeah, when you're doing a top stitch, to have it a little bit longer.
Ooh, someone was speeding. Okay, and I have my pivot on, so when I stop, it automatically will raise my foot up so I can just barely rotate around.
Needle down position.
And the needle down position, yep.
So if your machine does that, always make sure when you stop in the needle down position, and then your foot can raise up a little bit, so that way you can pivot a little bit better.
Yeah, it might be over a little bit too much, but we're okay. We're going to just go for it.
So there's some great applique tips on your instructions when you do this that Kimberbell has put, and it says for small shapes and tight curves, it may also help to shorten your stitch length. But this is good. I like it. I want it a little bit. It's awesome. Don't worry. And an open toe presser foot.
That would be good. Yep.
Yeah. So if you had an open toe presser foot, then
you could probably put your painter's tape on the back of that one. Yep.
Yeah. Good. Perfect.
I just like the pivot feature where you take your foot off the foot pedal, it automatically raises your foot up.
Yes.
And you can rotate barely.
Yes. Okay, on the front of the bag, what we have is the wash away sticky back stabilizer. There's a question out there that asked that. On the front, on the outside is the wash away sticky back. On the front, on the inside of the bag is the fusible backing. So those are the two stabilizers that we've used there, and then we've used for the leather, we're using the fusible peel and stick. Okay, I don't care. So now we've got our mustache on there, and at this point is where you would do your hand embroidery. So, and this is just a straight outline stitch on your hand embroidery. And you would do the man bag. We're not going to take the time to do that live on Facebook because that takes a little bit of time, but it is just a back stitch is all you're using on that part. So here we've done, oh, that you can't even see.
You can't even see it,
This
can
is
we?
an olive, the olive one, and with it being on the black, let's see if we got a light here. If that,
Oh, there we go. You
Does
can
that-
see it a little bit better. There we go.
that kind of shows you a little
is
bit.
kinda
You know,
hard,
it's
isn't
kind of
it?
hard to see that black on camera, so I apologize for that one. But anyway, I'll give Nicole back her phone. We tried. Anyway, on the olive one, that's a little harder to see, but we would just do a back stitch, and in your instructions, it tells you how to do that. Okay. And then at that point is when you would take that and you would
Rinse.
rinse
right?
this off.
And this
so
says it
that
takes
this
about
part-
20 minutes. And let me just tell you, this stabilizer does have like some starch in it. It's like a wash away stabilizer that you do freestanding lace with, but it's sticky back. So if you keep rinsing, then it's going to be less stiff.
Okay.
Okay.
So the more you rinse it, the less starch is going to be left on your project.
Yep. And what I would do too is, I think even if you were to peel, you know, just kind of peel up a little bit and what you can, and then trim that off and then rinse the rest. So
I agree.
That's kind of what
Because I think that because see that peels right
peels
back.
off. It peels right back. And then just kind of peel it back and then just trim and then rinse. And I think it will be
It would
lot
be just
better.
perfect.
Yep.
Yeah, I agree. Okay. And so then you've got to let it dry. So that would take a little bit of time at this point where you would need to, you know, stop and then do another project or start another one or whatever, and then come back after it's dry, and then you can finish the rest of it. Okay, so now the next thing we're going to do is we're going to sew our pouch into this bag shape. So it looks like a bag. So we're gonna, this is the bottom part of it. So we're gonna sew this together.
And we're gonna put our vinyl on. So let's bring out our green pouch that
Okay.
already is to that point.
Okay. So there's our green pouch that we have at the point to where we can sew our leather onto the pouch. Okay. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to take our handles. Okay. So this sticky back, what you do is you take one piece of your handle and then one piece of the sticky back that you've cut to fit your handle, and we're going to sew that,
The handle might be over my bag.
iron that on there.
Oh, that might look a little better.
Okay.
I need to, it might be in that Ziploc baggie over there.
Okay.
Okay, so we're gonna iron this down, and remember we're ironing from the paper side.
Because I had all of my.
It should be, I know, and I might have picked that up. I can't remember. And we're ironing from the paper side,
If not, we can cut another one.
and we're having that stick, and then we're gonna peel that back. And we're gonna let that cool off for a minute. 'Cause
Okay.
it does get kind of hot. And actually, while that's cooling off, we're gonna iron the piece for the bottom.
Yes, we do
Okay.
the exact same thing for the two bottom pieces. Now with the bottom pieces, you have one for both of those. On the handle, it's just one of them, because basically what you're going to do is you're going to take your handle and you're going to stick it together. And
They were clever when they did this.
yeah,
weren't
yeah. You're going to take your handle back piece, okay, and you're going to take, that's pretty cool now. You're going to take your paper off of it, like that. And then we're going to take this and
And make sure you're putting your
the wrong
sides
yeah, the wrong sides
toward
together.
the sticky.
And it's sticky.
It is, huh?
Sticks to my fingers. Okay, we're going to take this and we're going to stick those together like that. Okay, and then we're going to take this and we're going to stitch around it. Okay,
And we'll just top stitch.
yeah, just top stitch around that.
Okay.
But this is the bottom of the bag. And so we've got our fusible peel and stick on the bottom, both pieces of the bag. The bottom. Sorry. So Lisa's going to just top stitch around that. Down both sides.
Oops.
Okay.
I should come in a little bit farther, but. And then you can kind of determine how far in you want to top stitch.
Yeah, that's up to you. Okay, and also if you wanted to, you can, Jessica and Stacy showed how to do this also on their bag earlier during Embroidery Club. So you could rewatch it there, or you can rewatch it here anytime on Facebook. So we've got our handle done here. We're going to set that aside. And
we're going to measure.
Yes.
Yeah, we need to measure from our seam line. So you remember where we have our seam for our zipper here?
Okay.
It was already in. We're going to come down 3 1/4 inches, right?
Yes.
So 1, 2, 3.
So it says
3 1/4 inches.
on the front and the back. We're going to measure from the zipper seam, and we're going to draw a vertical line. Now, Lisa has got a chalk line.
I got a chalk liner.
Because of the color of the bag.
So 1, 2, 3. Okay, I just keep wanting to make sure 1, 2, 3. Yep, I think that's it, right, Sandra? I want to make sure I'm marking that right. Okay, and I'm just gonna kind of look how nice that is.
Oh, that's nice. Yeah, if you're using dark fabric, sometimes your wash away or your wash away pins or your iron away pins aren't going to show.
So as mouse 1, 2, 3 1/4, and you're just doing the seam. So where they have the seam that your zipper attaches to,
right,
is what we're going off of.
Yep, you're going to measure from the seam line.
3 1/4. Okay. Okay.
Okay.
There we go. Now.
Right. Now you're going to take your leather.
Oh, it's
underneath here. I'll peel that one off, and I'll let you peel this one off.
I think there's that other strap right underneath our thing.
No,
that was a piece of tape.
No, it was over there.
Yeah, I wondered if that's where it went. Okay, then we're going to peel this off. Okay, we're going to peel the peel and stick. So now we have sticky underneath, and we're going to line this up with the line. Let's see, I'm looking at this direction. The line that we just made on our bag here. And can we zoom in at all so we can see that line, Nicole? Maybe not. There's a little line right below the mustache. Yep, there we go. And we're going to line the top of our leather with that line right there. Okay? And we're just going to press that down. And it is going to be a little bit bigger than our bag, so don't worry about that. And now we're going to do the same piece with that. Okay, we're going to line, oops, up with our line, there we go.
Peeled off a little bit there.
There
we go.
And we're going to just put that down. And now we're going to top stitch
Down.
that down. Okay, just top stitch across the top.
But it's just on the front and the
It's
back.
just
You're
on the
not
front.
on your
So
lining pieces.
we need to make sure that we hold out our lining pieces, okay? Because we're
Right.
not going to stitch on our lining yet. Okay, so I'm going to top stitch that down.
So you kind of pull your lining pieces away.
And the linings, if your piece is just a little bit bigger with the sticky, just make sure that, I guess I got to stitch this direction.
Make sure that your lining pieces are tucked out of the way.
There we go. All right.
You don't have your lining piece under there. Yes, you do.
Oh, you know what I did? Thank you. A good thing I have somebody here watch out, because I did have it flip, and then I flipped it the other direction.
Yep.
So yes, just make sure.
Yep.
Thank
Make sure
you.
got
Good
your
thing
line.
good thing we have somebody to keep us in line over here.
That's why it's good for both of us to be here.
Do you know what? I'm going to go use the side of my foot and put it in the middle.
Okay.
Should we do that?
Your bag.
Okay. But I'm going to do my top stitch, the 3.
So this is going to make the bottom of the bag.
Okay, so now that's done. We're going to flip it and we're going to go the other direction. So when we go the other direction, just make sure you flip that lining back the other direction.
Right.
Okay, because we really do not
You don't want to
want
stitch your
to get that
lining
stitch
down.
down. Yep. And I do like to do the 3-point stitch, the length of my stitch, just because it's where it's like top stitched.
Okay.
So, okay, now we're going to start trimming, I believe.
Yes, we are.
Okay.
So now you take.
So what does it tell us now? We need to make sure our bag is, or our zipper pull is at the top.
At the top.
At the top.
Right. Okay, and take all of that out, and then you're going to, on both sides of the front and the back of the pouch, you measure 6 1/4 inches from the bottom of the zipper teeth and draw a vertical line with a water-soluble pen. So 6 1/4.
Oh, goodness.
Because you're going to trim the bottom part of your bag. Are those all 5? Our rulers are all 5, aren't they?
Yes.
Okay, can you put them both together? That's what I've learned at one time. Do the 5-inch and then do the 1 1/4 from the other one.
But we need to be able to trim, and we can't trim with that.
You're just going to draw a line.
Okay.
So what we're going to do is, let's see, this one here is going to be the 5, and this one here is going to be the 1 1/4, correct?
Yes, and
So
it's
you're-
right down the bottom of the zipper, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So
So
now
you
we're
do-
just going to draw our line. We're going to use our
Chalk pen.
chalk pen.
It's a good thing we got this together here, girl.
Whoops. Okay,
Right?
that's right. Okay,
Okay, now
we're
take
going to do the
this
same.
1/4 from the bottom of your zipper, right?
Yep.
From your seam.
Yep.
I believe that's
From
it.
the, yeah, bottom of the zipper.
I believe that's it right there.
And the,
Oh, you can use your mat. I personally don't use my mat much for measuring, especially I just have got into a habit of not using my mat to measure. I know a lot of people do it, and I know Chris does it.
there we go.
But I don't use my mat to measure. Do you?
Oh, it just kind of depends. I'm more of a ruler
Yeah.
person.
So am I. So am I.
Okay.
So
So now, does it
and then you trim your leather pouch and the lining on the drawn line.
Okay, that's what I was thinking. We had to trim it off.
Yeah. So we are on step number 13. of our instructions, just so you'll know that.
Okay, so when we're trimming off, let's just make sure, do we need to put, I think we need to put,
it says the lining and all together.
okay, put the lining all together. So what we're going to do here is we're going to open up our bag here. Okay, mine's still a little damp from earlier. And I'm going to just lay that out flat, and then I'm going to
flip it over,
and I'm going to trim those off. Okay.
Okay, we have to follow the directions really close on this because it is a little confusing. I mean, they're great instructions and it worked out just great. But I found that this morning when they were talking with Stacy and Jessica, there was some confusion in it. So we're going to try to clarify as much of that as we can.
Okay, so now I'm going to trim those back.
Okay, then you're going to open your zipper all the way.
Open my zipper all the way.
It says open the zipper all the way.
Okay, we're going to open the zipper all the way. So do not trim your zipper back,
Don't trim
right?
your zipper. No way, don't trim that zipper. Then you're going to turn your zipper pouch right side down, and you're going to trim the excess leather from the sides.
Okay.
So all you want to do is take
trim the leather, right?
Correct, just trim the leather. So just very carefully trim that leather even with the size of your zipper pouch. And then you're going to turn your zipper pouch right side up when we're done with that part.
Okay.
Okay. Then you're going to turn your zipper pouch right side back up again.
Okay.
And you're going to align your zipper pouch front and back right sides together. Making sure the bottom edges match up.
Okay.
So you're going to pull your lining out. So you're going to work with just the zipper pouch, not the lining.
Okay, so we're going to do this. Line those up, correct? Oops, guess what? Why didn't I not get that one trimmed off?
Yeah, 'cause you gotta get rid of that sticky, or it'll cause you grief.
Okay, now I gotta make sure I have this turned right. Okay.
Okay.
So I'm gonna put my two leather pieces together, correct?
Correct. It says to pin them in the seam allowance, but we're not gonna pin them. We're gonna use clips. And I know that there were some in here. Oh, I think were they over here? I remember seeing some.
Okay, well that's all right. We're just gonna.
Okay, hold it together.
We're gonna hold it together. Oh, there's their clips. I think you left these from last time.
Could have done.
Okay.
We're gonna take the clips because we don't want any pin marks.
We really don't want to have pin marks.
And sometimes the leather does have a tendency to slide a little bit. So we're gonna clip it.
So we're just sewing across the bottom, correct?
Correct.
Okay. And I'm just trying to line up my seams, my top stitching as well.
Okay, align the front and the back lining fabric right sides together and pin the top edges. So
okay, so let's do the
bottom part
first. And we're doing a 1/4 inch seam, right?
Correct.
Okay.
1/4 inch seam allowance.
Okay.
Sew the zipper pouch front and back together along the bottom edges only. Only the bottom edges. So we're not going to sew up the sides yet or any place where our zipper is. We're only sewing on the bottom edge of the zipper pouch body and the lining.
And just make sure if you changed your top stitch to 3, your
Yeah.
length, the length.
You'll want to change it
back down to your 2.5 or 2.0, whatever you want to. Alrighty.
Okay, then we're gonna
Now we're going to do the same thing to the other side, correct?
on the lining part.
On the
That's
lining
correct.
part, we're lining up our lining.
And we haven't closed our zipper back up. We don't want to close it back up yet. Yeah, because you're going to leave it open.
Okay. So now I've stitched both the bottoms and closed.
Okay.
Right? Now do I need to flip it?
Now you need to turn it right side out.
Turn it right side out. Okay.
Okay.
So we're going to turn it right side out. This is looking fun.
I know it is. It's coming together.
Yes, it is. Do you know what? I'm wondering, do we want to kind of open that seam up on the bottom just a little bit, do you think?
Well, is it okay to press that on that? You could press it, I guess, on the wrong side.
I was thinking on from the wrong side just to kind of help it so
it'll lay flat a little bit.
So let me just do that real quick.
Now, at this time right here, if you had an applique sheet, you could put that over it,
That
correct?
would be good too, yes.
An applique sheet over the top of that would work really nice because it would keep you from
Can I just get your man bag? I'm just going to hold that over the, or let's just get this.
Oh, I hear this piece. No, that's got stick. No, that'll work.
That work? Okay. I just want to stick something over.
Because I took the others and threw them in the garbage. I clean up.
I know you're cleaning
Lisa.
up as we go. That's good. I need to have you at my house.
So we're not working it, we get things lost too often. So I try to keep things straightened up a little bit as we go.
Not sure how well that works, but
an applique sheet would work really, really good at that point.
And that looks like it's laid pretty good.
Yeah,
so,
that looks good. Okay, so now what you're going to do is you're going to tuck your zipper pouch front and back inside the lining.
Okay, so go like this way?
No, you're going to tuck it inside the lining. So you're going to come this way.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
That way.
That's right.
And you're going to close that zipper about halfway.
Okay. I just did this last night.
Okay,
so
good.
You think I would remember?
No, you're all good.
And
I'm reading the instructions.
And then we need to fold it down this direction.
Correct.
Right?
Then you take it and fold it to where your zipper aligns with your bottom seam.
Okay.
Okay.
Gotcha.
And align your seam with the zipper teeth. So at this point too, what I would do maybe is take this clip. Can we see what we're doing here? Are we too far off camera?
I think we're doing good.
We're good, because sometimes we get off camera, and I would probably clip that a little bit like that just to hold that together a little bit right there.
So let's just, actually I need to kind of move. I just
Okay.
want to make sure I got that all lined up with my.
Be sure that both sides of the open zipper end are close together, and then you're going to clip the sides of those, because this is how we're making our boxed zipper pouch.
Oh, okay, so we're going to
Okay.
make sure I got this nice and
Flat,
straight.
yeah.
Here. There we go. So
Okay.
Another clip somewhere.
Yeah, there's a whole bag of them
Maybe
right
a couple
here.
of them.
See what I mean? We're going everywhere.
This one?
Okay. There's a couple more clips for you.
Okay, yeah. The clips, I think, just come in really quite handy.
Yes, they do.
Okay, now I think I'm going to sew 1/4 inch.
Correct.
Right? On down both sides.
Correct.
Okay, let's do that.
Okay, so 1/4 of an inch down that side, and you kind of have to be careful when you go
And you know
over
what? I think these
your
things I'm going to go
zipper.
down to a 2.0 because we're going to end up trimming off, and I don't
Okay.
want that to unravel. So I think if we take that down to a 2-point stitch length, because we're going to end up trimming off the corners, and I just don't want that to come undone.
And be careful going over your zipper. This machine just handled it very well.
Yeah, it does handle it very well. Yes, it does. Okay, now I'm going to take it, I'm going to flip it and go the other direction.
Correct.
Do the other side.
I'm going to get you something to use.
Oh, nice. Alrighty, there we go.
Okay, so we're at this point right here, and then the next thing we're going to do is we're going to take our zipper pouch and we're going to mark our corners right here so that we can box them. So I'm going to use my trusty little Creative Grid ruler, and it says from the seam. So we're going to take an inch there and an inch there, and I'm going to draw a little box.
And that's going to be all 4 corners, correct?
Correct.
Okay. All 4 corners.
Okay.
And we're using the seam and going away an inch away from the seam.
Correct.
Okay, and
Yeah.
the fold.
Correct. So we're marking it on the seam and okay. So then I'm going to come to this one, and I got an inch here and an inch here. I love my little 6.5 by.
I like that little ruler.
Yeah.
And I was going to say too, I think if people are wanting to try the other bag, I think maybe I would do maybe an inch and a quarter.
And a quarter.
And a quarter, I think.
Yeah,
If they
I
were
would
gonna
probably,
use the
yeah, if
bigger
you're going to
bag.
do the bigger one, I would probably do just a little bit more than an inch on your box.
I don't think a lot more, but I think the inch and a quarter would probably be a good.
Okay, on all 4 corners there, we got that
Okay.
marked. Then,
Now we're going to trim those back, right?
Yep, and
Well, I'll let you do that.
do you want to take the scissors, or do you want to use,
We'll just.
Lisa's
actually,
really
let's-
good at a rotary cutter, but
Well, we'll just use these.
how are those scissors? Are these any better? No,
No,
oh, those are
pinking
pinking shears. That
Okay.
won't work.
But I just don't want to go too far with that rotary
Right,
cutter.
right.
Then we're in trouble.
Yes. I always, are these any sharper on the tip? No, curved. Those don't work either.
Okay, let me put this back up into the camera here.
I don't know if those are any better. You could sure try. They look a little bit better on the tip.
Let's see.
So you're going to trim that up to put just a little 1-inch box. And here in a few minutes, we're going to put our handle in.
Okay.
Because your handle goes in your corners.
One more.
One more.
Okay.
Okay.
So now our thing looks like, our pouch looks like this,
Yes. Then you're going to take your handle.
Okay, and it's from the opened edge, correct?
Correct.
Okay, so from the open edge here, right? We're going to put our handle in here.
Correct.
Did you ever make any of those other tote things that we've done before?
The which ones?
The bigger, the box bag. They're a lot like this.
Oh, yes, I have made those.
Okay, and then we're going to, and actually I'm going to stick this out just a little bit.
Yep, just so you can get that. So you're going to stick your handle in there.
Okay.
Okay.
We're going to do that on this end.
And we're going to just pin that in there, and then you could stitch that.
So I think I'm just going to do one at a time.
Yeah, I would too. Just because.
Because we can, right?
That's right.
Okay, and you're just going to, again, stitch. It is a little bit tricky. 1/4 inch. I might have to have you do this. It is a little tricky.
Pressure.
It is.
Live on Facebook. Yeah. That's what happens. So you're going to just stick that in there, and you're going to fold it together and stitch your handle in. It's kind of hard to see what she's doing because of all of the bulkiness of everything, but if you look at your instructions, it's pretty explanatory.
It is.
It's very
Okay,
self-explanatory.
and then we're going to do the exact same thing.
So
with
kind of this will be a little easier because now you're not fighting it as much.
Okay.
So that's why when I box my corners, I really like to do the cutouts like this.
Yeah, well, because you can take your seam and kind of match your
'em.
fold up with your seam.
Yeah.
Yep.
It matches well, and they match. All you have to do is pull it right here.
Pull it right there. Yep, and put your ends
and make
together.
sure your corners. I guess no one's seeing what we're doing.
What we're doing, that's right.
But it matches up so nice when you cut those boxes out. It's
yeah,
so
it
much.
does.
It's so much easier than if you were just to draw a line, or for me anyway. And I'm kind of want to make sure that that box gets straight. Yeah, the position of the camera makes it a little harder to see how she's stitching that, but we'll show you here in a minute.
Okay, let's thread come undone here.
Get your thread come undone. Okay.
One more time here. And it wouldn't hurt to even go over the top of it a couple of times if you needed to.
Right, especially at this point, because that handle right there is going to get a little bit of stress. So to go over it a couple of times would not be a bad idea.
Thing. Nope, it wouldn't at all. Okay, so now that we've got our handle on here, actually, you know what? I'm going to trim these back. Okay. Now what we're going to do is we're going to do the other side. There's no handle, so we're just going to basically take and we're going to fold that together and sew. And we'll do that with both sides.
Yep.
And definitely take your back stitching too. So
yes. On your corners. And then what are we going to do after all of that?
We're going to turn this puppy, right?
I'd probably trim my zipper a little bit.
Well, but I think, yeah, we could definitely trim that. I was going to just check it just to make sure it looked good.
Yeah. Yeah, let's turn it first and make sure it's everything's okay before we go trimming it off. So I hope we've been able to help somebody out there to learn something. You can, and again, you can go back and you can just go back onto our Facebook group here, and you can watch this again and again and again if you need to, and slow it down, stop, pause, whatever the case may be.
Okay, I'm just going to turn these.
We're going to turn this around now,
and then I'll go back and trim my. I just want to make sure that it looks good from this side. And this is where our R&K tool,
our
comes
R&K
in
turning
nice
tool
and handy.
Works really great.
I am learning to love this tool.
Oh yeah.
You know, I used to use a what is it called? A chopstick all the time.
Oh yeah. But it bends. This is metal, and it's not gonna.
It's not gonna bend, and you don't get slivers either.
Yeah.
All right. Look how nice this turned out.
Poke that corner right there.
Oh, yep. The top one.
Yep.
Oh,
we have a cute little man bag.
we do.
Oh.
Do you know, I think this would be cute to hurry make for my daughters for Mother's Day.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, and you have a few days to do that.
I do have a few more days, yes.
So like I said, we have
and then make
all
these for my sons.
All these zipper pouches, you can get them on our website. Obviously, you can't get the olive one, but you can get the tan colored one, and
yeah,
you could get the other one.
Not the tan, the gray.
The gray, I mean. You could get the amethyst colored one that we used last month.
Yeah, that would be
and that would make
cute.
a really cute
And actually,
one.
I'm just going to go back in here and I'm just going to trim
your zipper up a little.
Yep.
And we've got ourselves a cute little man bag. So there you go. Oh,
That just turned out cute.
Cute for just a little overnighter. I mean, obviously it might hold their razor and a toothbrush.
A toothbrush, yeah. So I think it looks so cute. And that's another thing too, is you're always trying to find things for grandkids for their toy room.
Yeah.
I think we could make some of these and do maybe even put their name on them, and so they would feel really special if they came, right?
You could.
So you can definitely personalize these as well.
So there we go, guys. Everything's all done right there in our cute little man bag. I know it's hard to see with that dark. So here, we'll show you this one. This is a cute one with the gray fleece. So this is awesome. Those are so fun.
They are very fun.
So again, just go on our website and you can buy the gray zipper pouch.
The gray zipper pouch.
And get the free download.
Yep, free download. And today they do get 15% off.
Correct. Yes.
Right?
Use that sewing. Now they do. I don't think they do on the fill in the blank.
Not on the fill in the blank, but your leather.
The leather and all the other stuff.
Yeah,
you
the
do.
other stuff.
Yes.
So.
But I don't think you do the fill in the blank.
The fill in the blank, no.
Stuff like that. But everything else, embroidery and sewing stuff, you can. Doesn't include kits. I don't know. I actually don't know exactly everything, but there's a lot out there.
There is the stabilizers.
Yep. All the stabilizer. This peel and stick. I am
really liking that.
I am too. That fusible peel and stick.
Yep.
The maneuverability of it, being able to move it around, I think is a big plus.
Oh yes, it is.
Because before, like when you use your other
you peel it, you iron that down, and you can't move it.
It's there.
Yep. So I really do like this.
So this is really sticky, and it'll stay where it's supposed to be. So that works out really nice.
Yeah.
So our next month, Nicole.
Oh yeah, Nicole, do you want to show them what we're doing next month?
Our pictures from next month.
Cute.
Oh, you use the Kimberbell bodysuits, and you get a design that says small fry, and it's done all with leather. So I do believe they will have a go with it kit on this one. I'm not exactly sure how that's going to work, but it's totally leather. You use the yellow, the pink, and the blue. For the French fries. Or red.
Red,
Red, not pink. Red. So it's yellow and red and then the blue, and you make these. So when you buy the Kimberbell bodysuits, then you're able to get the free download.
Yes, yes.
The free
It's
pattern.
going to be so
That's
cute.
gonna be so fun.
Yes,
So fun.
Can't wait.
Yep. So anyway, everybody, we're glad that you joined us today. And if you have any questions whatsoever, please don't hesitate to reach out to us here at My Girlfriend's Quilt Shop. You can do it online here on our Facebook group and or call our customer service, and they're very, very helpful in a lot of ways. So they can help you do a lot of that, and they can reach out to us. If we need to get in touch with you, we can.
Okay, that's awesome.
All right.
Okay,
everybody. Thanks for joining us today, and we'll see you again next month. It's on June 1st.
June 1st.
Yep.
Okay,
So-
awesome. I wasn't even paying attention to when that's on.
It's the first
June
Tuesday,
1st.
and I believe it's June 1st.
1st,
So
okay.
we shall see you then.
All right.
All right. Thanks, everybody.
Thank you. See you
Bye-bye.
later. Thanks for coming.